Hey again, Mika here for another video on our forms for concept cars in Fusion. After the car crash of the last video, where I decided to make a big error on the revolution of our tyre, I realised now that the fillet was too small for the profile, and hence it couldn't make a form out of it. Rookie error from me, but it's okay. I decided to leave it in there just in case anyone found it interesting how you solve the problem live, and I have sped it up just in case it gets a bit boring. Hopefully it is helpful in some way, but I got to the end point here where we are now, and at this point I've left the forms environment, so I pressed OK on, I pressed click the tick on the forms environment, because now I want to draw something a bit different. I want to draw the kind of inside piece of the rim. So what I'm going to do, usually you'd be able to draw on a face, but this face is a face from a form, so you can't actually do that. So what we'll do is we'll create an offset plane from here, and we'll move it out, let's say 6. Usually that should be close to it. Oh, it actually is perfectly in line with it, which is good for us, but yeah, we'll use it as our sketch plane. And now we'll press project as before on our circle and the center of our circle too, and then we'll start drawing. I'll start doing a pretty simple version of what I might expect you to do. So I would draw kind of a ring in the middle, and then let's draw kind of some trapezoid shapes going around the middle. So how do I do that? I'll press on here with a line, go out to maybe here, and then I'll do a construction line in the middle so I can then mirror that across so that it's the same line on both sides. Turn off construction, mirror this across there, press OK. Now we'll use a different sketch tool called the 3-point arc just to connect these pieces together. Press on there, press on there, press in the middle, press on there, press on there, press in the middle. Now we've got our trapezoid shape. I also want to cut some corners and make a kind of screw shape here, so let's go in the middle and let's make a circle instead. There, and then that's 2.5 circle. Press OK, and now we want to repeat this around the entire middle. We could painfully go around and do it all and check all the geometry, or we could use a very cool tool called the circular pattern tool. All this does is you want to select your profiles, and then select the center point you want to revolve around, which is here, and it will just do that for you. You can now change the amount of quantity you want. I'm going to say 6 for this. 8 work? Let's do 6. Press OK, and there we go. There's our shape for our inside of our rim. So let's press finish sketch, and now we can use the extrusion tool. So you can press E, or you can press on this button here. So I'll press E here. Select all of your geometry you want to extrude, and then extrude it like so. Let's make a new body. Otherwise it will join it to the rim, and there is our shape. Now you can obviously, this is a very basic version of it. On my car I made it a bit more complicated. Mine actually goes concave inside the wheel. This is a bit more complicated, so what I did there, I'll just tell you what to do, and if you are confident enough you can go ahead and do it. I did a 3D sketch. So what I did was, I can actually just show you how that works in terms of the interface. Onto the sketch in here, 3D sketch, I would click the tick down here, and then whenever I make, let's say, a spline, so let's go here and make a spline, I get given the option for what plane to draw on. So what I would do in that case is click on this plane, go on the side, and then start sketching the profile, and then extruding it from there. And rather than using extrude, using the press pull tool. Press pull tool is here. As opposed to the extrusion, you can actually press pull a curved surface and it just pulls it out like that. A little bit like how it works in the forms environment. So I won't do an example of that. I might do it later on in a separate series. But for now, that's how you do a basic outline for your inside of your wheel rim. Obviously add some patterns in here, make it more efficient in terms of material. You want to maybe cut this out. Does it need to have all this material? Probably not. But now, hopefully you understand how to use the offset plane tool to then draw onto the outside of your wheel rim, your form wheel rim. Now you've created your very own wheel and tyre for your concept car. Hopefully that was easy enough to follow, and let's move on to the next thing.